Okay, so this will be my first official conversation publicly about the tax reform bills of President Tinubu. And I've had to speak with a couple of persons too who are my friends and knowledgeable who have read it. I've read parts and parts of it. I've read it in several parts, not the whole document, because of course there are four B's in one bill. There are four B's in one bill. However, I'm quite disappointed with Nigerians with how emotional we have become. I thought we've learned our lessons, especially with the Electoral Act 2022 that was amended, that were used to run 2023 elections. Our emotions will make us shallow. Nigerians, with all due respect, are quite emotional people, and we're not very sophisticated as I expected. We are coming, we are just jumping. I'm seeing comments. Oh, this is good, this is good. A very large majority of us, sorry, I have to use tautology, that's how much disappointment. A very large majority of us are yet to sit our ass down to reading through. And reading through it doesn't mean reading highlight that has been put online. Of course, we are in a system where these guys have gagged and caged and tamed the media. They determine the narrative. It's unfortunate that Daniel Bola was appointed before this bill got the limelight and the visibility it got now. It was strategic. And unfortunately, Nigerians are still trusting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me tell you a few things. Number one, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his guys know that Nigerians, most of us in the rest of this country, have a perceived anger against the North. So deliberately, they created this bill and created the noise that around it to make it look like the Northerners are against us or we are against the North. So they are recruiting more and more persons to look to fight the North. And let me tell you, let's listen to the Northerners talking against this bill. I'm saying it here. Listen to me. As much as some of you know that I don't like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but I've also been silent on a few things he has done if I have to. But let me tell you, this bill, like my friend put it, one of my biggest friends, right? I've been begging him to start up his own channel. He put it, he said, it's a rose flower that has several thorns in it. So what you see is an attraction of rose, or behind our thorns. He made it very even simpler in the parable that says, this is a poison in a jar of honey. The Tinubu Tax Reform Bill is a poison in a jar of honey. Quite very exceptional. Removal of VAT from household consumables, blah blah blah. A lot of these beautiful, the joint, like I said, the four B's in one. Beautiful things. If you are earning less than a million naira, quite beautiful, very very smart. Quite, he has reduced federal government. Like I said, my first argument is that why are we treating symptoms and not dealing with the whole of this thing? When are we going to return actually to Federal Republic of Nigeria, which empowers federating unit to have resource control? However, leave that aside and let's deal with the real issue. So first and foremost, there's this issue of VAT in the Tinubu tax reform bill, VAT. And I looked at that part of VAT and upon conversations I've also had with my friends. I said, what capacity, what infrastructures, what system have we been able to put in place in this country to determine that a subscriber of digital television or telecommunication MTN that lives in Agbo Delta State, Agenibude in Edo State, or maybe Otukpo in Benue State, how would you determine that these subscribers that are, because the person is going to pay tax, is going to pay VAT on this particular subscription, what institution, what system, what infrastructures are in place at the moment to determine that this person that did this subscription, especially from Otukpo, so that Benue State will have reference of this VAT? I live in West Midlands in United Kingdom, and all items that I pay VAT for is received by the local authority here. In Nigeria, most of these major companies, telecommunication, oil companies, we're going to get to a lot of these details, right? All of them are headquartered in Lagos, and some of them in Ogun State. Then, for example, for oil exploration, a lot of these things, some of them had benefit of having regional headquarter office in Rivers State. So when that particular politician said that this bill is proud benefit of Lagos and Rivers State. They meant what they are saying. If Wike wasn't in Tinubu's camp, if Nyesom Wike was not in Tinubu's camp, and was not in Rivers State to actually benefit this, and was governing of the state, he would have spoken against. Again, I miss Governor Gordon Obaseki at this moment. There would have been a chance. The rest of these governors, and that's why we should not allow dons to be your governor. Everybody is keeping quiet. I say to you, if people subscribe DSTV or they buy MTN recharge card and VAT is supposed to be paid on these products, for example, these services, what system do we have in Nigeria to determine that this person again go there, this VAT has been supposed to go to Edo State? So you see the problem. Then two, personal income tax. A lot it's funny that Shell BP, for example, who is doing oil exploration in Akwa Ibom State, has their workers been referred to as remote workers go to Akwa Ibom to do exploration. They collect their salaries from their headquarters, which is in Lagos, and make Lagos any personal income tax value on all of these workers. And Nigerians are quiet about it. And that's every year you hear people say, oh, Lagos is making this. Where are they making the money from? Where are they making the money? Do you know the millions of naira that Shell, BP, and these oil workers earn as salaries? Now, when they remove their personal income tax and it goes to a state, you see the short changing that a state is doing, and then somebody wants to go to the national level to organize it in such a way that the most that can happen. Tinubu, it depends on the trust Tinubu. You have to be, see, listen to the North. Thank God the bill has suspended. The bill should be squashed and quashed and quashed. Because these guys, unfortunately, we are in a system now that, like I said, we're emotional, shallow-minded. Nobody is taking pain to. So you have made a poison and put it in a honey jar. So they have allowed the things that are catchy to catch your attention, and they left the nitty-gritty. I remember when Adosumile was government, that time he has not joined these bad boys. He said in one video that I remembered, before 2011 elections, at that time, when he was complaining that bank officers or bank workers in Edo State, their taxes, their personal income tax were being paid to Lagos State. The most Shomole should have done at that time was that they were going to remove state government monies from the coffers of this bank as their own way of rioting. That's the most he could do. I don't know how far, I don't know where we are at the moment, but I'm telling you, a lot of these things. We must first approach this situation by creating systems and putting infrastructures in place to ensure that we cannot have a coordinate understanding and situation where people that subscribe to services, people that work in place, because I'm not understand why Shell BP headquarters is in Lagos. Go to Akwa Ibom with the kind of oil exploration going on in rivers and Akwa Ibom. You would think that these guys are supposed to even make it revenue. Forget all these peanuts that is sent to them from. Because every day I see federal allocations. And now federal government stylishly has said that they are not going to take 15% now. They are taking 10%. Everybody is clapping. Again, poison in an honey jar. Forget about all this equality analysis. Let's deal with these issues. And I agree. Nobody will recruit me to, because you see, a Lagosian is recruiting a Benin man to fight against the North. To the benefit of who? You are trusting these people. We don't read history. My friend, thank God for my friend, was reminding me of how University of Ibadan was already being established. University of Ibadan was already existing. And then Obafemi Awolowo had a chance. Already we had the first university in Nigeria in Nsukka. There were universities in the north. And then you now took another university to Ile-Ife. That was where Oba Erediawa and Edwin Clark, all of them, I think the word was plebiscite. That was where the argument came up and decided to revolt against it. That was how King's College was upgraded to University of Benin. That kind of people want us. They trust all those kind of people. And they trust them. You allow Lagosians, even in the bigotry that Tinubu, why are you not bothered that CBN, police, finance, everything around money is controlled by the same tribe. They are not worried. And you think we are running the country? Open your eyes. Southern governors are bad. They are quiet. No dock, no exploration. Nobody has. My friend was mentioning that the dock in Hanover in Germany, the water is not as deep as the one we have in Gelegele Seaport in Edo State. Why is federal government? Governor Udom, former governor of Anambra State, said it on live TV that during Buhari he requested for federal permit. Why is Gelegele Seaport not functional today? You think you just want to blame governors? The federal government, these are things, return powers. Let's go to federating unit. Don't discuss. See, true federalism is what we need in Nigeria. Forget all this rubbish. You want to siphon all the country to empower Lagos, and then tomorrow you say, nah, they built Lagos. Oh, Lagos is this. You want to use everybody's sweat to empower your state. I cannot talk. When I get out,